aika huivit ylös nostaa. SJK! Ei me luovuteta koskaan. Ei koskaan. SJK! Jos et tajunnut tosta, niin se Seinäjoen jalkapallokerho. SJK! Ja muita joo, eikä tuu, se on meidän kerho. Pallo keskelle.
Moi, I'm Mark.
And I'm Jules, and this is the Seinäjoki Football Supporters Podcast, bringing you news, reviews and interviews from SJK Seinäjoki.
Yeah, but we're doing it in English for an international fan base. And we do have a guest today, Jules. So who's going to be joining us for this episode?
Well, I hope they're clean. I hope they're out of the sauna. We have...
Oh, a little throwback to the previous episode, Jules.
Yeah.
Nice.
Well, Mark. We're welcoming back last year's Veikkausliigan maalikunigas. That's the top goal scorer for last year's Veikkausliiga. Fresh from the sauna, Kasper Paananen.
Hi, Kasper, welcome.
Thank you.
It's good to have you with us again, and it's like the third season running that you've joined us. So we appreciate it, and thanks for being here.
Yeah, it's always good to do this. Talk with you guys. We've only done one live. I think the next time we do this, we can do it live after match, like we did. I think it was maybe the first one.
It was even the first episode, and we roped you in because we already knew you, and the other players had to get used to the idea of what these two English guys are doing.
How do you think that works then? Do you think it would be good to do like straight after the game?
Depending on the result, of course.
That's good. It's a good never in a season where that is very much
maybe next season.
Yeah.
I think we should get to the burning question that the fans the question that all the fans are definitely asking, and it's obviously relates to Kasper. I think everyone wants to know, how long are you going to grow your hair?
How long?
Yeah, what's the kind of optimum length now? What are you going to go for?
I don't really know. I'm just being lazy at the moment. I'm not. My girlfriend is saying to me, cut the hair. It's growing a little bit out of control.
Okay.
But I'm just being lazy. I don't really know what to do with it. And to be honest, I don't care. I don't care too much.
Right.
So I'm a little bit in this kind of phase, but I don't mind the short hair.
You look so much better when you had the same look as me, I think. Although you probably got a little bit more up the top than I've got.
Let's get right into Kasper's hair, the details then. So I'm just taking a guess. Have you had one haircut in the last 4 or 5 years? When you went to the army, was that it?
Yeah, my brother was cutting my hair there. So
right.
Basically, he was with me at the same time there, and he did my haircut when I needed one.
So just get the clippers out and zin.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and
okay.
it's quite good. He could do like a fade and things like that. Okay. So he was like cutting not only my hair but some of the other guys as well.
Side profession if it doesn't work out at AC Oulu for him, yeah.
Right, so when AC Oulu comes down in a couple of weeks' time, we'll all line up for a Julius buzz cut.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I was talking with him a couple of days ago on the phone, and he was telling me that I need a haircut, and I was like, when are you coming here? Are you gonna stay overnight or are you doing a day trip? Because if they come the day before the match, then maybe we can figure out something and he can cut my hair.
Right. Well, what we'll do is if they come down the night before, is that we'll us three can take him out for the night and get him really, really drunk so he has a bad game the next day. That sounds like a good idea. Don't tell anyone.
Yeah.
Hey, before we go, Jules, into sort of the main sort of interview part with Kasper, I just wanted to give a
I
bit
thought
of a
we'd
shout.
covered the hot topic already.
A shout. That's just the latest hot topic. Give a shout out to Ville. Ville stopped me at the game the other day. He was in the Klopit area with us, and
I thought you said he stopped you at the game. He was the security.
No, he wasn't. No, he wasn't. He stopped as I was on my way out of the area, and he said that he said he's the first one to give us a thumbs up on our YouTube post. So thanks for that.
And he's the last one normally as well, isn't he?
It could be the first and last, yeah. He said he really enjoys what we do and keep up the good work. And that was the clue. He's obviously not listening to this. He's listening to something else. Otherwise,
Who
he'd
did he
know the
confuse you
low
with?
level
I mean-
of work. No, thanks, Ville. Appreciate it. It's always nice. We normally get, one of us will get someone come up to us at the game and tell us. Well, they normally tell us they like it. We've not had any constructive or even negative feedback so far. So yeah,
Finns.
thanks, mate. Appreciate it. All right, Kasper. I'm going to start this, Jules, and then we can jump in together, because after the Mariehamn game, Kasper came and joined us in the bar and we were having a chat, and one other fan joined us, and he actually asked Kasper about the winter transfer window and all the speculation, and Kasper said, I don't want to say anything about that. And that's fine. We've decided that today we're not going to look back at that aspect of the winter. We've got some winter questions, but let's leave the transfer business behind and look forward also to, the season that's still ahead of us.
Yeah, exactly. I think it's a thing that's gone already, and now we have so much other things to focus on. So you're right.
Before we do look forward, I want to talk. We sort of mentioned the national service and the haircut, but I spoke to you right at the start of the year. It was like early January, and you were just about to be taken out into the Finnish wilderness, dropped somewhere without anything much, and you had to make your way back home.
We had a lot of stuff.
Did you have anything that was useful?
Except food. Everything except food.
So tell us about that experience, because I saw you after, and what you said was, wow, that was really something, and that was it. I didn't get any details. So how was that thing?
I'm not sure how much we can talk about it, because it's supposed to be this secret, even though everybody knows about it. But it's basically just like a extreme test that we did, and basically walking in the forests, trying to navigate where you're going with the compass and the map, walking many kilometers, and with backpacks full of heavy stuff. So it was a tough, really tough experience. Easily the toughest experience I've ever had, and especially because it was like -20 around that time, even in Helsinki, where we were doing the military service. So it was really tough.
What kind of group was it? Like how many people were there, and is there any familiar faces like your brother?
You mean in the group?
Yeah, that was
overall?
Dropped off in the middle of nowhere.
I mean, it was the whole group. We had like again, I don't want to say too much about the thing, because I'm not sure how much we can say.
Okay.
Because I know how they are about these things. Some things they in the military they are really strict, and I'm not sure if
that's fair enough.
Not really sure if this one is one of those secret things that you shouldn't talk about.
And
well,
just because you
better
got
say
dual
less,
nationality,
because we want you to still be playing for us, not to suddenly go disappear.
And Jules
I don't want to go back. I don't want them to take me back there for some couple of weeks to deal with something that I have said.
Yeah, who are these two dual national spies that you've been talking to on the internet?
Exactly.
But so it was the hardest thing you've ever done, but wasn't necessarily good training for football. And there was a story in Ilta-Sanomat during the winter that used the word I feel betrayed. And at the time, some fans were like, "Oh, he's talking about SJK and he's talking about the club." And then it was reprinted a little bit later, and it was more like the military experience let you down with regards to your training. And I think it's quite important to sort of just mention those sort of two aspects, but then sort of ask you, what is it bad, sort of, is the whole military experience bad for your physical conditioning as a footballer?
I mean, of course, it's not optimal. Like if any of us could choose, like, or if you would ask any of us which one gets you more prepared for the season, doing the preseason like you're used to, or doing the military service, of course, everybody says that. Of course, the normal preseason gets you prepared, because even if you're not so much there, like me and Markus, we were there like from February, March. We were like every other week, maybe every 2 weeks, maybe we went there for like 3 days maybe. Sometimes a little bit longer and sometimes a little bit less. Before that, of course, we were there even more. But even February, March, that is quite close to the season, we still were there quite a lot. Even though like the days that we were there, the amount of days wasn't that much. You know, when you're there, when you travel there, stay there for in Helsinki for 2-3 days, 4 days, then you come back to Seinäjoki. The whole training rhythm of the week is off. Like it breaks the rhythm kind of. Also because during preseason you're always trying to build on what you did last week, because none of us are fully ready when we come back from vacation in January. So it's all about building on top of the work that you did last week. So when you have those weeks that breaks the rhythm, it of course affects quite a lot the preparation for the season. But I think overall, at the moment, I'm feeling finally, like after 5 games in Veikkausliiga, I'm starting to feel like I'm back in good form, like physically also. Like I can run the kilometers that I'm used to running in 90 minutes.
So it's taken you that long to like kind of have your pre-season. Your pre-season has gone to 3 or 4 games into the season kind of thing to get fully matched. Because normally after pre-season you're ready to go first game of the season, but by the sounds of things, you're ready to go.
Of course, yeah. I mean, I felt like I was ready. I always, in every game, I felt like I'm ready to perform. But there's always that, since I also had quite not so many games during the preseason. So also the sharpness, I think the game sharpness, the instinct that you have during the game, without even thinking, when you do the right things, the right runs automatically, because you're used to doing them. I think that sharpness has been refined in these first 5 games even more, and I think that I'm finally starting to feel like myself again. I mean, fully myself again.
I think that's really important because you know, for the fans to understand the impact, and if you're feeling that, then I guess that Markus Arcelo is also feeling that, and other young players who have been through the same thing as you this winter, coming back to their teams and catching up.
Yeah, I cannot speak for the others,
sure.
And of course, yeah. I'm not using it as an excuse or anything. But I have to say that you can feel it, like you. Of course, there were other things also affecting the preseason, so it's not only the military or anything like that. So it was the preseason overall for me was quite full of emotions and full of different things that made it a little bit more difficult than usual. So
And then we had the first Veikkausliiga game of the season, the away game at HJK Helsinki, which was a tough game, but then something quite extraordinary, I suppose, for you happened that evening, and you got your call up to the Finland international squad. Tell us the story. Tell us the story that you've already told us in the Carlsberg bar a few weeks ago about how you heard about the call up and the whole process of getting yourself out to New Zealand.
Yeah, so basically, we had the away game in Helsinki, and then we had a team building sauna night organized for the night in Helsinki. So we were there with the team in the sauna, having a good time, and then some of the guys came. It was around midnight or something like that, and some of the guys came into the sauna saying, "Kassu, Jallu is wanting to talk to you." He wrote in the group.
Jallu is Jarkko Viss for anyone who doesn't yet get all the nicknames.
And I was confused, like what have I done? Like
I've done wrong.
Yeah, what happened? And then I went to see my phone and called him, and he said that the national team manager called, and they want you to go tomorrow, start your journey to New Zealand and go with the national team there. So of course I was close to tears, like shocked, confused, because it was so unexpected, so close to the games. So then it was of course a chaos, as I talked to you guys, that it was chaos since I didn't have any of my football gear. I really didn't have nothing with me, because I was planning to go. I only have my military stuff because I was planning to go to the military next day.
Okay. But you had your passport, yeah?
I had my passport, yeah. I had my passport, but other than that, I didn't have anything. Starting from socks, I didn't have nothing. So I only had one how do you say, outfit.
Yeah.
And that was it, and the passport. Because the team bus had already left, because the staff didn't stay in Helsinki. They went with the bus back to Seinäjoki, and I, of course, like everybody else, put all my football stuff back in the bus, and they brought it to the stadium during the night. So I didn't have nothing with me. And then, of course, there was you have to apply for the visa when you're traveling to New Zealand. So I went straight back to the hotel from the sauna and started to do those visa things with my phone, and a little bit confused, like what I need to do. And then I was also talking with my girlfriend to take a train next morning from Seinäjoki to Helsinki to bring me all the stuff that I need for the trip. And then I realized I also didn't have iron cleats shoes.
So you mean like that
iron
boots with metal studs for
metal studs.
Yeah, okay.
That's the word. So of course, because in Finland you usually don't have any need for those, since you only play. Now there's only Oulu and Lahti, so 2 games that you play on natural grass. If I'm not mistaken, I think it's only those 2 teams. So I didn't have any of those shoes. So I started to look for Intersport, all these sports stores if they have like a pair of those shoes.
This is like at midnight on Saturday before you fly on the
it
Sunday.
was like
You're
3
right.
o'clock at night. It was like 3 o'clock at night. I was stressing because I didn't know how I could get those. So next morning in the breakfast at the breakfast table, some of the guys, I don't remember who, but some of the guys said, "Look up Tori just in case."
Tori is like, it always used to be called the Finnish eBay back in the day. So it's that kind of thing.
Yeah, it's like a online marketplace. And I look up, I just throw the Hail Mary and look if there's happens to be my size shoes with the iron studs. So and they have to be in Helsinki also, so that's also fun. So all of a sudden I see one of the pair of shoes, exactly what I was looking for. 42 Adidas with iron studs in Helsinki, right in the center. So I took the Uber. I started to go. Of course, I wrote to the guy, "Oh, please, can I have them quickly? I have my flight that leaves in like 4 hours. So is there any chance that I can come pick them up like straight away?" So, and after like maybe 1 hour, he wrote, "Oh, yes, okay, we can do that."
So you have to wait 1 hour to get a response. You don't know. You're still there just hoping that the boots are coming.
Yeah, I had no idea if he would respond. So then I go get the shoes with I hop on the Uber and start to go towards the address. And then around halfway, one of my friends from Oulu calls me and says, "Kassu, have you been writing in Tori for football shoes?" And I say, yeah. I was looking for them. And then it clicked that he was there on Tori selling his shoes, happened to be there with a fake name, of course.
Yeah.
So I didn't realize it at the start. So I got so lucky. I went there, I hugged him. "Thank you, my friend, you saved me." And got the shoes. Went to pick up my girlfriend from the train station.
So she did come down with like a travel bag with all your stuff for you.
With all the stuff. Yeah, and we went to my sister's place to leave some of my military stuff, because of course I wasn't gonna carry them to New Zealand and back. So I left some of the stuff there, and then went to the airport and started the journey. So it was a crazy morning. It was like I got the news at midnight, and I had the flight around 4. So what is it?
16 hours later.
Yeah.
Yeah, in 16 hours, all that and all the stress.
Did you manage to sleep at all that night, or were you just like wired awake?
I was for quite a long time, and then at some point I managed to fall asleep, and then of course I had to wake up early because I was stressed about all the things.
Did you sleep on the flight?
Yeah, it was nice.
Okay. How long did it take to fly there?
Too long. It's like it happened to be like the furthest possible place to go to.
Yeah.
So it was first flight was to Frankfurt, Germany, 3 hours. Then Singapore, which was like around 10 hours, maybe give or take 9 or 10 or 11 and then the next flight was also like 10-11 hours from Singapore to Auckland. So in total, it was like 25 hours of flights alone.
Which is also not very good for your pre-season fitness, is it?
Yeah, I don't know how that affects your body, but I think that the worst thing about it was the time difference, because it's like plus 11. So it's just enough to be like completely the opposite. So when people woke up in Finland, we were going to sleep, and vice versa. So it was quite weird to get used to that, and of course it takes time to get used to that. And I feel like right when we were starting to get used to it, the camp was over and it's time to come back.
You made your debut in the first game. I was surprised because Finland had 2 games over there, and I was surprised that you, having been called up as like a late minute replacement, then made an appearance in the first game as a sub in the second half. Did you have some warning that was going to happen before the game, that you might get on, and just tell us about the experience of playing for your country?
Yeah, I got told like the day before that might happen. Of course, in football you never know, depending on how the game goes, and I just knew that it might happen that in the second half at some point I will come on. But I didn't know that it was going to be so quick, like during halftime. So that was also nice that it wasn't only like 10 minutes in the end, but I really got to experience that. And of course, playing for your country, it's one of the dreams that all of us dream of when we are young kids and start playing football and watching football. Of course, that's one of the dreams that everybody wants to accomplish. So of course it was.
How does it feel when you're playing? Obviously when you go on, you got all this. Yes, I'm going on, but then after like 5 minutes, does it feel just like another game of football, or do you actually go for your brain? Does it go for your brain? I'm playing for Finland now, or is it just like another game? It kind of disappears.
When you get in the field, of course you before you get in the field, it feels much bigger.
Yeah.
But then once you get in the pitch, of course it's like any other game. You have to try to get your mindset into it, and I think there wasn't any like mental difference in that regard. Of course, there's a lot of things happening at the same time. Like there's new players that I've never played with. It's a big stadium. It's really hot weather. It's really high intensity. I'm playing as a striker, like clear number 9. So there's a lot of things, new things, not maybe new, but like more rare things that don't happen every week. So of course there's a little bit of more nervousness than normal, which I think is absolutely what is supposed to happen also when you are doing something that you dreamed of. So of course it was a special moment.
Yeah, and you really contributed in the game as well by to one of the goals by sort of winning the ball on the left wing and starting that whole move that led to the goal. So it's great to really make that impact there as well.
Yeah, but I feel like I should have scored. I still have. Sometimes it comes to my mind like, fuck, I should have scored from that. You know the situation, the chance that I got.
Yeah,
sure.
It wasn't a clear-cut chance though. It was difficult, but I suppose I get his point that if you get the chance, you don't often get a chance to play for Finland, and if you want to get another chance, then you've really got to grab every half chance that you get.
Yeah, it's easy to say that when you're sitting at home on the sofa, isn't it?
Oh yeah, of course. But I can see his point of view that that it's like that I should have scored.
Yeah, exactly. That's my feeling. Like, of course, nice to make the debut and all, but of course, when you are a attacking player that loves to score goals, and in the game I was the number 9.
Yeah.
So of course, as a number 9, your main job is to score the goals from the chances that your team provides you. So of course, I felt like in that moment I should have done more. Like because I had a bad first touch, which bounced, and because of that bounce, I had to wait for the ball to drop, and then that bad touch gave the defender time to come and slide and block the shot. And looking back, I maybe could have taken another touch by doing a fake shot with my right and shifting it back inside, and that would have taken the defender out completely because he was sliding.
So you've replayed this quite a few times.
Yeah, just a few.
Of course. That's every game. I also have the same thoughts about what happened in the last game of Veikkausliiga. I always have those thoughts.
Yeah.
When there is a chance that you miss, or a pass that you could have made, that you usually make, but this time you didn't make. For me, I replay that moment and try to find a way that it works.
That's healthy. That's healthy, the way to improve. But do you also do the positive thing when you make a good pass, you score a good goal? Do you also replay that as well?
I think not enough.
Yeah.
I think I'm a little bit too critical of myself. I think I judge myself on a really high standard, and I think maybe it's not a good habit, but I think sometimes when I have those good shots, good goals, or good passes, I think of that as the norm, and that's what I'm supposed to do, and that's the level that I'm supposed to be at. So it's not so. Maybe I should take more joy from those moments, because I feel like even in the training, maybe I get a chance and I score from it, but I feel like the shot wasn't good enough. Like it was a little bit in the center, and it gave the goalie a chance to save it.
Yeah.
I'm still gonna say fucking hell, Kasper. Like, I'm not gonna be happy about the goal, even though maybe I'm supposed to be.
Yeah.
But for some reason, I just say, Kasper, fucking hell, you have to put it right in the corner, because in the game, maybe the keeper says that.
Yeah.
So I think in most of the times that's a good thing, but maybe sometimes I should be a little bit more easy on myself. I don't know.
You need to get Martin to put together like a highlights reel for you of the game and say, hey, you can improve these, but look at the good stuff you did, and make sure you watch both of those the same amount of times.
Yeah, we do that. We do that most of the time. Martin does those clips for us, individual clips about all the most important, most significant actions in the game.
Yeah, but you need to watch them and like enjoy watching your good bits as well as punishing yourself with the bad bits.
I know. I should. I will try.
Okay, good. Hey, there was one before we sort of talk about some of the recent games. There was one other thing that was quite interesting. When we were trying to organise to this recording, we've had a couple of before the previous episode and the sauna incident. We didn't hear from
Sounds
you for
much more
quite a
exotic
while.
than what it was.
It does.
Yeah.
But we didn't hear from you for a while, and you said to me after, "Oh, sorry about that. I took myself offline completely." And I think that's quite interesting because you're young, you're in your early 20s to hear that you sort of disengage from the online world for a period of time and only answer the phone to your parents and your girlfriend.
I think my parents would love that if I was answering that much to them.
Yeah,
So it's
okay.
more
that's fine.
extreme. You take yourself totally offline.
Nah, but I think when I'm using my phone, it's easy to. It's like an addiction, like every other. Like it's easy to get lost
Yeah, for
on
all
your
of us,
phone.
for everyone.
Yeah. It's 1 hour, 2 hour goes like that when you're with your phone, and I just try to also because the start of the year for me was mentally quite tough, so I've maybe distant myself even more from chatting with anybody with my phone. So I don't know if it's that conscious choice as you put it. Like I took myself out from the online world, but I think I try as much as I can.
Did you do
to be
something
out.
else instead? Like, did you put your phone down and read a book or go to the movies or like, is it that sort of just finding other ways to occupy your time?
Yeah, I try to read, but also like now it's so easy to be outside when it's such a good weather. In the start of the year, of course, when it's colder and darker, you really don't want to go outside that much. But I think now it's even more easy to be without the phone, be without all those distractions because you can enjoy the outside much more.
You said it before, Jules, that he's an old soul in a young body, isn't he?
Yeah. An old man trapped in a young body.
Maybe.
Let's have a look at the games we've had so far. We're not going to go through all of the games in detail. We did some of those last time, but I think there's a few things that we could maybe get Kasper's opinion on. And if I sort of list the scores, and then there's a few questions you've written down, Jules, that you can ask Kasper. So we started. We talked about HJK 3, SJK 0 in the first game of the season, and then the following week we had the first home game. We won 3-0 against Mariehamn, and there was a real contrast between those two games. There was no away fans because of controversy around how HJK is managing its all of the fans and all of the supporters in the ground, and then the first home game with the Klopit did some incredible work putting together tifos and ready to sort of welcome the team. So that's quite a contrast.
Yeah, it's true.
So,
Not only that, but also the games looked completely different from
True
our
that.
side.
Yeah, true that.
yeah, both
I think
3-0.
maybe there can be also some type of connection.
Yeah. Oh, so yeah, what effect do you think the tifo displays in the home? How does it affect the players, the home atmosphere?
At least for me, myself, I think, and I think I can speak for everybody. I think, of course, it's so cool and it gives different type of boost because you see the effort that people put, you see the commitment that people have. So of course you want to give your effort as well. So I think that's what it gives. And also many people don't like the what are they called? Pyros, I think.
Yeah,
Yeah.
pyro will do. Yeah, flares. Yeah,
I love them. I love them. They give so much more like I don't know, to the atmosphere. It like boosts it by times 5 when you have those. Yeah. And of course, the games where there's also big amount of away fans, like against Jaro, those are maybe the best, because then it's like back and forth all the time. I think that's the optimal situation.
What about your connection to the fans? How do you feel your relationship is with the SJK fans, and how important is that to you?
Well, I think it's gotten really close, especially with some of you guys, like you too.
Yeah.
So I think the first year that I was here, when I played more in the academy, I didn't really have that much of connection with the Klopit, of course, because well, there wasn't any occasion for that. But then in the first year with the first team, everything started, like our connection started from the fact that my girlfriend wanted to come to the VPS game, and then Stevie gave me your number, and you guys took her with you guys, and that's where it started. And I think I've gotten to know many of them, and I think the relationship has grown stronger. I wish, at least. And like some of you guys I can call my like real friends now, like because of the chats, not only about SJK and football, but also different topics that we've had. We've gone to have a coffee. I've been to your house. We watched some Euros together. So there's and Jules has helped me with my studies.
And you still managed to pass as well.
Yeah,
there was no exam. Oh, yeah, there was an exam. There was an exam. Yeah, sorry.
There was.
Yeah.
So I think there's been and it's quite unique. I feel like Klopit as a group is quite unique, because I don't see any other club's fans being so close with the players. I think the distance between the Klopit and the team is quite small, and it's quite easy for us to talk with each other. There's not like some type of feeling that
like them and us, the distance between.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly.
That's good to hear.
I think that's really nice. That's really nice in here.
We can kind of touch on that feeling a little bit later.
Yeah,
next thing was like that with this. So the TPS game where we lost 2-0, and it's a lot of fans travelled down to Turku, and there were a few saying that the players didn't come over after the game. So how difficult, like in Turku or when things haven't gone well, how difficult is it to go over to the fans?
After TPS game,
yeah, or just generally when you know you're obviously upset because things haven't gone as well as you want to, and it's like, is there a feeling of dare I go over to the fans, that kind of thing, or is it okay to go?
I think no. Well, none of them will hit us or physically assault us. So
it's not that bad.
I don't believe that they will do that after a bad game. So I think in those moments all the players are pissed, all the fans are pissed,
We have
everybody
to say
are,
then the difference between American and British English. So that all the fans are pissed, which means drunk, but all the players are
Nah.
pissed off, which
The
means
players
angry.
were pissed in that game as well, just like the fans. At
Yeah.
least that's how it looked like.
Yeah.
No, but I think in those moments, everybody is just so disappointed, and I think it's quite normal that the fans yell at us, since they have traveled there and they expect us to play better. It's not only about playing better, because I think in that game we didn't really show enough character. I think that's the main thing, because if we would have lost with a good game, with playing and showing some character, I think they wouldn't have yelled at us. They would have just cheered for us.
Yeah.
Because
I wasn't there, but I didn't think that there was any yelling going on. I don't know. You were there. I wasn't there.
There was a lot of yelling going on.
Oh, right. Okay.
After the game.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Right.
But I think that game is a good reminder for us it was a good reminder for us about how much we need to put in the game, because I think in that game especially we lacked a bit of everything. We were a little bit late in every situation, and we were lacking that character, that aggressiveness of going through with the challenges and things like that, so that even if you don't have the best game technically, you still get by cheating a little bit and doing those not so nice football things. So I think everybody is trying their best. Of course, we are not performing like we want to in the recent games, but I feel like everybody is giving their best, and I feel like we just need to click. We just need to have that little click, so that little moment of realization that, okay, this is what we need to do. And once we click as a unit, I think there's so much quality in the team that we can do great things and perform really well. We just need to have that little.
Do you think that click is coming soon? And if it isn't, then just lie to us, please.
No, of course it's coming. It's coming on Friday.
That'll be
That's
great.
a big one as well. Away to KuPS is a big one for the click to come. There's you say it's not been working. I mean, we had the 1-1 draw against Yarrow where they scored that amazing goal, and it was, as a fan, when it goes against you, you're disappointed to let a goal in, and then you have to just look at it and say, wow,
Shrug
you
your
don't see
shoulders
many
and go,
goals like that.
Yeah, what
That's
can you do?
Nothing to do there.
Yeah.
And Luka Ekström, who scored that goal, then got injured in the next game and is out for the whole season. So that's tough. That's his highlight of his season. It's gone. We had another kind of quite straightforward Suomen Cup win, 6-1 away. So it seems like we're just going to 6-1 our way to winning the Suomen Cup this year. So that's nice to see. And we've got another favourable draw in the next round of Suomen Cup as well.
Did you get? I can't remember that, Kasper. How many games have you got in the cup so far? How many goals have you got in the cup so far?
This year?
Yeah.
1 or 2, I think.
Is it only 1 or 2? Did you not get? Is it 2 in the first game?
Yeah,
okay.
And then didn't play in the game last week.
Yeah,
of course. Yeah.
Okay. But then last Saturday was the 1-1 draw at home to Ilves, and in that game we were really dominant, and that was maybe a change from previously. I don't know how strong Ilves are generally. They looked quite weak compared to last year, but we had the ball and we just couldn't turn it into goals. So maybe that's a step forward.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I don't mean that we have played horribly or that we haven't had any good moments in the game or anything like that. What I mean with the click is that how we turn those box entries, those last third entries into goals, into goal scoring opportunities, and finish those actions. I think that's the click that we especially need, so that we can not only perform but like really perform. Because we are, as I said, we are not playing horrible. That's not what I'm trying to say. I'm just trying to say that I can see so much room for improvement in the not only the results but also the like the flow of the game for us.
I agree. I think that the performances have been really good, but it's just like maybe it's the last ball. Maybe that's that, or it's around the box when it gets there that with the performance that's been, there should be more opportunities. And I suppose that's the click that comes, as you said, that you know, that turning the possession and the approach play into clear-cut opportunities, which will be taken. It's not been terrible to watch. It's like, you know, it's not like they've been entertaining games, all of them.
Well, actually, Jules, I have to say, I was dual screening when the TPS game was on, but the sounds that were coming from Satu and Topias on the sofa would suggest otherwise.
I missed the first half.
Yeah, and I think that's right. You did, and we talked about that last time. It was really a game of two halves, and you definitely saw the better half. But let's not go back over old ground. Let's look forward. Let's look forward to the. Yeah, exactly. Because next week, I don't think it's been decided yet, but we drew. Is it PEPO from Lappeenranta in the Suomen Cup? So they're again a few divisions below us. So that's a very winnable cup tie.
It's a home game.
Nice.
Yes, yeah. And then the next round after that is the sixth round. So potentially, if our academy team also gets through, then we play against the academy in the sixth round. And I do hope we can beat our own academy. We don't want an Ilves moment from a few years ago where their academy won with a long range own goal in the last minute. That would be shocking. And then we've got two weekends with Saturday home games. So we've got Saturday 16th FC Inter, a kickoff at 5:00, which is quite nice. And then Saturday 21st, AC Oulu are in town. So Julius with his Clippers is coming down, along with Rasmus Karjalainen and his shooting boots, because he's top of the goal scoring charts so far.
What do you think about the tactics there, Kasper? I mean, do you think you get your hair cut after? I mean, will Julius try pop you with his nasty stitch? You need stitches in your forehead or something like that?
What do you think about the tactics for your haircut? Is not the question I was expecting you to ask, you melon.
Gotta get right down to the things. But then, I mean, if we stuff AC Oulu 3-0, then it could really take revenge on you, couldn't it? There's no. I think you might need a different barber.
So, exactly. What do you think about those two games? Obviously, Oulu was sitting nicely at the top. They've had a really good start to the season. Inter are just behind them. So they're two games where us clicking and making that next step forward is going to be really important.
Yeah, I think next three games will be really important, since I think they are the top three, right, at the moment.
Yeah.
So
yeah, that's right. We got of course, we KuPS this Friday. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. So KuPS away, Inter at home, and then Oulu at home.
Three of the top four anyway.
Yeah. About Oulu and Inter I haven't been watching so much, but Oulu, since there's some familiar faces in the team, of course I've been watching them, and I really like the way they play. I think it's completely different than compared to the recent years in Oulu. So of course it's nice to see that they are performing and playing well. Then Inter, I think I haven't been watching, as I said, that much of Inter, but I think probably there's not that much that has changed since the last seasons. Since the coach has a quite how do you say, rigid
Philosophy.
tactics, philosophy, game philosophy. And KuPS, of course, away is always difficult. It's always difficult to go there, and there's also some familiar faces. So it's gonna be nice to fight with Vale in the midfield.
It could be literally fighting with Vale in the middle of the middle of the field. Yeah.
With Vale, you never know. It can turn into fight.
That's why we loved him, and that's why we miss him.
All in good fun.
Yeah. Well, you give him. You know, after you've beaten them on Friday, you give him our best.
You got to say to the ref though. Look, we've played with him for years. We know he's faking it.
Yeah, exactly. All right.
Yeah. But Mark's right. After we've beaten KuPS, then wish Vale the best.
Yes.
Kasper, thanks a lot for that. Thanks for being available and being kind of honest with us with what you've been talking about and for sharing some good stories. I think people are going to like what they've listened to today.
Let's hope so.
Yeah. So, yeah. Well, you know, they can give us thumbs up on YouTube, or they can leave comments on there if they've got anything they want to say, or as they often do, find me in the gents at the stadium and give me your feedback there while I'm otherwise employed.
Let's just wish Kasper good luck for Friday before we finish. So good luck.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, we'll be we're not travelling up there, but we'll be supporting from the sofa this time.
Sounds good. And it's understandable.
Yeah, I don't finish working time enough to get there. What time's kickoff? It's 8 o'clock kickoff.
It's late.
Yeah, it is a late one. That's true.
Yeah.
But anyway, listener, remember to subscribe to the show wherever you're listening, and you can find that whole archive and all of Ville's comments on our YouTube channel.
And you can contact the Seinäjoki Supporters Podcast by email at seinäjokifootballpod@gmail.com. And you can find links to all our content on Linktree at Seinäjoki Football Pod.
Well done. We've also got a WhatsApp group to continue the conversation in between episodes, and it's open to any fan of SJK. So if you want to join, go to that Linktree, find the link to request, and if I think you're a fan, I'll let you in. Not everyone gets in.
So until the next episode, see you at the stadium next Saturday, not this Saturday, but the Saturday after, or see you online. Goodbye.
Hey, Pa.
Hey.